exactly what I'm talking about. Chris Evans,
How are you, buddy?
I've got to feel good.
Every time.
Welcome back to the show.
Thanks,
it is always
man.
great to see you. You've been such a good friend to the show. Since I've last seen you, though, some major thing happened. I don't know if you saw this. You were named Sexiest Man Alive.
That's right. That's right.
You're right. You know what I'm saying?
That's
yeah.
right.
And you,
right.
Yeah. you put thanks, people. I think we can all agree that it's damn near impossible to follow in Paul Rudd's footsteps in any capacity. But I'll do my best.
Which is true. I mean, pretty much in any capacity, it's tough to follow him, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you hear anything from Paul Rudd since?
Yeah, I'm in a fantasy football league with Paul and a few other actor buddies. So they haze you, and it almost feels like that's all that title does is give you a hard time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nobody on the street's like, hey, you know what? You did it.
Congratulations. Yeah. No, everyone's like,
nah, they're just
haze you. Yeah. And you're like, oh yeah. So, well, that's good.
That's it.
How'd you do in the fantasy football team?
Well, I didn't do well this year, but I've won a few times, so I have bragging rights.
All right. Yeah. I wanted to ask you this question because I found this very interesting. I think that you might. I have to thank you and give you credit for my first ever.
I heard this. Go. This is amazing. Your producer told me this.
My acting debut, my television debut, was Spin City,
which is where I interned in the casting office.
So
around the same time, did I
think you
did I give you your first job?
Wow! I mean, this is. I feel like I owe my whole career to you.
Yeah. What year was it? I mean, it was '98.
98.
98.
I played.
You're welcome.
Wow. Really? Wait. Yeah. So. I mean, for real. I remember I was nervous. I went in. I read for this role as a photographer #1 or something. Yeah. And I walked in. I didn't do anything that special. So I'm like, I'm not gonna get this. But
you got it.
You did it.
What can I say?
But I don't understand. How old were you? What were you doing?
It was the summer of my junior going into senior year. I knew I wanted to act, so I moved to the city. I got a job interning at a casting office just to meet agents, you know, and it was...
Did that work?
It did, actually. It's a humbling experience, though. I mean, you come into your job on a Monday after there's, you know, an audition goes out. What was the part you had?
Photographer #1.
Photographer #1, yeah. So you show up at your desk.
Hold your applause.
You got
I remember it.
A stack of envelopes from all these agents in town.
Headshots. And...
Yeah. And your boss comes in, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble, specifically my old boss, but she would pluck out 2 or 3 envelopes, and I threw the rest in the trash. She just chucked them, and you're just like, wow, this industry is brutal.
It really is that brutal, right? Because you go like, oh, you're just trying to get hired. I mean, I didn't have an agent. I didn't know how I got in there.
You certainly can't get upset at your agent. That's what it told me. Your agent could be trying, but, you know, sometimes they end up in the trash.
Yeah, it's just a pile of stuff. And then you just saw my headshot, and you were like...
And I was like, this guy's got something.
You're like, this guy...
Oh, I thought it was going to be your headshot.
No. You're like, this guy should be... But do you remember casting any other famous talk show hosts?
No, I just sat in the front room setting up auditions. I remember some actors would come in. I remember seeing young Jesse Eisenberg, young Jim Gaffigan would come in there a lot.
That's
but again,
wild.
these are, I mean, this is back in like '98.
Yeah. I want to talk about your movie Ghosted. It's on Apple TV+. It's a romantic comedy. You, Ana de Armas. It is like, yeah, exactly. I need 2 together. Yeah. So the idea is that you guys meet cute, you go on a date, and then you think she may have ghosted you.
Yep.
And then you find her.
Find her, track her down, kind of stalk her my way. You know, you have this amazing date. You have this wonderful experience with someone. You go home, you tell your family, your friends, and then you don't hear from her. She ghosted me.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to this reaction.
Yeah.
Can you believe this? Yeah, I know. I was in tears. I go, what? Not my Chris. But she has actually, it was like an Apple tag. You have like a tracker that she takes like your jacket or something.
Yeah. I think
your inhaler.
I think it's my inhaler. It's
Yes.
a lot less cool than my jacket.
Sorry.
It's my
She
inhaler.
has your inhaler, and you go, I know where she is.
I know where she is, and my family's like, you should go. You think it's he thinks it's a big, grand, romantic gesture, and he ends up getting. She's a spy, and he ends up getting caught up in this world of espionage.
It's super fun, and you
It's
go,
really
oh my gosh,
fun.
two plug your ears, really good-looking people in this thing, and I just love the whole idea. Have you ever been ghosted? And do you know what that feels like, Chris?
You know, that's like the #1 question I'm getting asked on this press tour. I mean,
you can say no one's listening.
why, you know, I don't know. I probably blocked it out if it's happened. Have you? Be honest.
I'm too old to kind of.
See, I kind of feel the
letters.
same
Does
way.
letters
Like,
count? I mean, texting didn't exist when I was dating. You know.
Your pen pal just fell off.
Yeah, it's like, ran out of ink, you know. Oh yeah, I didn't get a pen back exactly. But I mean, I'm sure I was. I mean, there's definitely moments where I go, oh, they're not into me.
Well, see, what I say is I'd almost rather be ghosted because you can tell yourself a story. Like maybe they, lost their phone. If you've had the worst, which is just kind of a gradual less and less and less text, then there's really no confusing what's going on.
It's heartbreaking.
That's.
But I will say there's some other cameos that I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about.
There are some cameos which you're not allowed to talk about, which I just learned right before we came out. So. Good thing I didn't say anything. But they're great cameos.
But they're really great cameos.
Yeah,
and
there's some
good buddies
friendly
of yours.
faces. Yeah.
Yeah. Some faces that you've seen before.
Yeah.
Can I legally I can say that.
I hate asking people for cameos. It's such an awful thing to do.
Oh, I wouldn't know what it's like. Very available. It's the people that make the cameos are super good and super funny.
They're fantastic.
And
They do
they're
a
people
great
that you
job.
love, and you go and they
And
crush.
they showed up.
They showed up
for me. We asked.
So
and they
now,
showed
show up for Chris Evans. Here we go. I want to show a clip. It's Chris Evans and Ana de Armas in Ghosted. Take a look at this.
I can't believe you took a picture of me while I was sleeping.
Not of you, of us.
I know you were a creep.
I'm not a creep.
You know who says that a lot? Creeps.
Come on! Chris Evans, Ghosted, premieres globally on Apple TV Plus this Friday. Chris and I are doing the Whisper Challenge. When we come back, stick around, everybody. Come back.
Hey, hey.